Don't get yourself. There we go. Get in here. Nice and deep. Oh yeah, like you like it.
Okay, go.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do the intro? Okay, give me a kiss. Hey everybody. Today we're gonna be covering the top 5 reasons you want to live in, where is it?
Oak Forest.
Oak Forest. So if that's what you're here for, stick around. We're getting after it right now. Hey, this is
Drew Mims.
And I am Carrie Fletcher, and together we're
Drew Carrie. Cheesiest couple on YouTube.
Cheesy dad jokes. So look, this channel is all about, what do we do?
Houston living.
Houston living. The good, the bad, the ugly, the ins and outs, the cost. So
the
fun. If that's what you're here for, if that's what you want, go ahead and hit that hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell, that way you're notified every time we put out a new video. And look, if you like it, you think this is good stuff, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button for us. And if you don't like it, if you want us to do a special video for you or something that you want to learn more about, put it down in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you. And then, you know, Drew and I love doing what? What do we love? Favorite thing? Helping people. We love helping people.
There's a lot of things that we love doing.
That's true.
But I would say that
helping people.
That is
number
one.
You know, and we do it all the time. So look, if you or anybody you know is moving here to Houston, Texas, be sure and give us a call, send us a text message, send us an email. Heck, if you want to, send us a note via
Pony Express.
Any which way you want to reach out to us, we got your back when moving here to Houston. Now, let's get into it. Top 5 reasons. And Drew assures me that the number 5 reason is going to be the one that you want to stick around for. It's going to be the best one. So what's number 1?
Well, some people believe that Oak Forest is the friendliest place to live in Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I would believe that. I was out doing the drone footage and the shooting, and I was in the park, and you know, it was so easy. I talked to about 3 or 4 different groups out there. Just a really good time. So I would agree with that.
We've got a lot of friends that live in Oak Forest, and it's just super close to where we are. So, so one of the reasons is it's close to the bayou, of what makes it fun.
Yeah, what makes it fun.
So if you like to walk, run, any kind of outdoor activities, it's great for that. Yeah,
and there's a huge dog park down there. So if you want to just let the dogs go and run and hang out, awesome park down there.
There's also a big community swimming pool over on the bayou.
I forgot about that.
It's like an Olympic-sized pool, I think. And so if you want to swim, if you don't have a pool and you want to swim in the summer,
and there's that huge just bike trail system in general. So like you could, because it's White Oak Bayou, right? Isn't it an offshoot of White Oak Bayou up there?
Anyway, we'll get back to that.
So you can take that bike trail all the way, if you're adventurous, you can take it all the way down into downtown or down into the Heights. Say that to the camera, because I'm going to make sure that the camera.
Okay,
I'm going to make sure the camera hears.
There are lots of fun neighborhood events, which is one of the reasons I think it's part of what makes Oak Forest friendly.
So you would say that the number 1 reason to live there is such a friendly neighborhood and such a fun neighborhood,
it's a good community feel. Yes.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of neighborhood events with the homeowners association. They do a movie in the park in the springtime, which is a lot of fun. Get together with your neighbors. They do a tour to Oak Forest, which is a
bicycle
big bike
ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They do an Easter egg hunt around Easter time. Get all your kiddos out there, and then July 4th. Who doesn't love July 4th?
Oh yeah. What do they do there for 4th of July?
They do a big bike and wagon parade.
Oh man, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, which is actually a really good COVID event.
Yeah.
So they also do another movie in the park in the fall, and then they have, instead of Oktoberfest, they have Oaktoberfest. if you like beer.
Beer. You know, speaking of beer, well, I think we'll cover it later.
We're gonna get to that.
So it is a place where adults go and really have good family fun.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll throw in there is they do a breakfast with Santa as well. So there's lots of fun community events that are organized. So easy way to meet your neighbors, especially if you're new in town. You know, if you have kids or don't have kids, you can, you know, sometimes it's easy through the schools. But if not, you know, plenty of community events and places to go, which we're gonna touch on. Schools, number 2.
Okay, so number 2 is schools.
Thank you for clarifying.
Hey, I'm the one that's got to go back and edit it, so I got to have a big 2 so I know when to cut it in.
So Oak Forest Elementary has an A rating. It's an excellent school. And so if you buy a home zoned to Oak Forest Elementary, your property value, the property values tend to be a little bit higher, just because Oak Forest is such a good public elementary school. Forest Elementary.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then it's Black Middle School, which has a B rating, so middle school's good. And then the high school is a C rating, and you know, Houston has great magnet school programs, so you can have your kids test or apply to get into other schools that specialize in certain subjects.
But also, I think Waltrip, which is the local high school, is a lot like Heights High School, where our son goes. And I think that it's one of those schools that's really in transition, right?
I think it's a new building.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it? The other thing that I'll say is that you have a lot of people moving in to the area who, you know, by the time their kids are in high school, they're all sending their kids up through now Oak Forest Elementary and Black Middle School, so that by the time they get to the high school, I think the idea is that the high school is going to be in a better place.
Yeah.
You know, in the next 5 to 10 years.
Foreseeable future.
That's what everybody's working towards.
Yeah.
So, shall we get to number 3?
Yeah. What is number 3?
Well,
I love it when she keeps me all in suspense.
It's aesthetically pleasing. There are larger lots, so in other words, you can be inside, well, you're outside the loop, but you can be close to town and have a large yard.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're in the Heights, the average lot size is 5,000 square feet, and then a lot of people, you know, have subdivided those and are on 3,000 or sometimes even less,
right,
which doesn't leave much of an outdoor space. So in Oak Forest, you're going to get much larger lots, and you're going to have mature trees, and it's beautiful. It's a nice neighborhood to go walking in, bike riding. Again, we've kind of touched on that, but it's just it's pretty. Feels suburban, but you're close in. A lot of the small homes that were originally built there are being torn down, and they're building much larger homes, and so the price point, for sure, you've got a fairly broad range. But you can still buy, you know, a remodeled home.
I thought that remodeled home that you and I were looking at the other day for some of my clients, your clients, that's an awesome house. Totally remodeled, built in the late 50s, early 60s, I think.
Yep.
So it's that mid-century modern, but they redid it, it's gorgeous, and that was very, very affordable, especially for kind of that inner loop
and having that much land.
Yeah.
So
we're going to do a full 7,000 square foot lot.
And we're doing another video on cost of living for Oak Forest, so
stick around.
We'll cover the property prices. So a lot of people, some people would consider Oak Forest to be a suburb, but it's literally just outside the 610 loop. So it's right next door to the Heights. Very easy commute. You can hop on 610. You're close to 45. You're, you know,
so
still close to I-10.
I actually want to tell a story. You hit on it. It's like, it's sort of like the suburbs, because it's got a lot of great things about the suburbs. The large lots, some single story homes, some larger homes. And I had a client who I helped. He moved in from the burbs. He's got a small outdoor space and beautiful house. He loved it, especially moving in from the burbs. The nightlife, call it the going out to eat, and the local pubs. Loved the vibe. But then when the COVID hit, or coronavirus, and he's living at his house, he's like, oh man, I miss having a pool. I miss having a yard
More
because
space.
I work out here, I eat here, I sleep here, I work here, and I just feel like I need to have a little bit more space. And he's like, can you help find me something out in the burbs, this price range, this things? And I said, well, you don't want to give up the bars, the restaurants, all the things that you enjoy about the Heights, do you? And he's like, no, of course not. But you have to give and take. I said, well, you need to look at Oak Forest. And so
I think it's the best of both worlds because you're still close in, but there's a lot going on in the community, even though it's very residential. And we're going to touch on that. You're kind of getting a little ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah.
Number 4, there's tons of local restaurants and bars and good grocery shopping, which is important, right? Because one of the reasons.
But anyway, you were talking about grocery stores.
So we're actually talking about good restaurants and places to go, good food. So, for example, there's a Whole Foods 365, which is a smaller Whole Foods concept, although I've heard that they're planning on expanding that and making it, I think, more into a full-size Whole Foods. That's in a new little strip center at Yale and 610. 610 North.
Yeah.
And so that's super convenient. Also, there's an Aldi, so if you're a budget shopper or you just love Aldi.
I love Aldi. Hey, budget shopper, be darned. It's a great place.
So that's relatively new, and that's right on Shepherd. That's really right in the heart of Garden Oaks, which is literally next door to Oak Forest. So super convenient again. Then you've also got a big Kroger on 43rd Street, right in the middle of Oak Forest. And then you've got it's not brand new anymore, but the really large HEB, which is fabulous, on North Shepherd. And
it's just inside the Heights, but it's really close to that Oak Forest area.
If you don't want to, actually go to any of those stores, I think all of them are on Instacart. So you can have delivery set up from all of those stores, and it's pretty awesome actually. So if you like to get out and have a drink sometimes, there's a place called Crowbar that's actually really unique. They have volleyball courts set up, so you could actually take the family, or you could get on a team or get a group of people together and go just schedule a court, and then you can have some drinks afterwards. They even have pretty good food. I think they do things like steak night. I think they have a bingo night, taco night, trivia.
It's super dog friendly, right? That patio outdoor space, and it's also what's the correct term? Kid friendly, family friendly, right? It's one of those places where if you and your friends wanted to go, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to get a babysitter. Y'all could all just have the kids running around, the dogs running around.
Lots of fun
out there in the outdoor space.
It's a good time. So I'm a wine drinker. Carrie, not so much.
Not so much.
But there's a really cool place called Planck Wine Bistro. They have great food and really good wine. And that's right actually near that Kroger. So all again, right in the heart of Oak Forest.
So speaking of drinking, didn't you tell me that there was something like 5 breweries in Oak Forest?
Yep, I was getting ready to get to that. There's 5 breweries / distilleries. So there's breweries and distilleries.
Wow. Okay.
Before we move on to that though, I want to mention one other really great patio place, which is Cottonwood, which is also on North Shepherd, and it's actually fairly close to Aldi. And it's a lot of fun, and you can go play cornhole or do different things there. And they also have good food as well. And then there are, if you like beer, there's a ton of local breweries
or distilleries. If you like.
So you've got Great Heights Brewing Company, Walking Stick Brewing Company, William Price Distilling Company, Avanac Distillery, and the Decant Urban Winery.
That's a mouthful of a name for you.
I know. There's also a gastropub that's super close to Cottonwood called Shepherd Park Drop House, which I've spent some time there having meals. Perhaps adult beverage.
Having meals.
Which also happens to be next to Pink's Pizza. So if you want to have good pizza delivered, there's always an ongoing argument over who has the best pizza, but we like to order from Pink's, and it happens to be right there.
That
for
happens
good
to be
delivery.
the one that we order from, right?
Yep.
It's the closest.
There's lots of other restaurants and bars sprinkled throughout Oak Forest, which is nice because you don't have to leave the neighborhood, and some of those may even be within walking or biking distance of where you choose to live. So the last,
Or crawling distance, depending upon.
our last, number 5,
Number 5.
last but not least, is it's an easy commute, which if you know anything about Houston is a pretty big deal.
It's a premium.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend any more time in my car sitting in traffic than I absolutely have to. So being, because COVID's not going to last forever, and and a lot of people here are actually already back at work. I would say the traffic schedule's almost back to normal, maybe 85%, 80%. I still think there's a lot of people working from home, but there's still a lot of people I think that are back at the office. So that commute time is important. You're also can get to the airport pretty quickly, either one. You're centrally located and just on that outside of that first loop, so it's just easy to whiz on and get to downtown,
Yep.
Galleria. You can access all the major freeways easily.
And legit, this is no joke. You can get on that hike bike trail and go right on into downtown. You'd have to be a pretty serious biker. You're not going to be a novice and do it. But
Bike to Target.
yeah, you could bike to Target. You could bike to downtown. You could really just make a day of it. And then also because it's just outside the loop and it's kind of in that 290 area. If you want to get out of town quick, that's you got a head start there.
Yeah, you're close to getting to I-45 if you want to hop down to Galveston, or if you want to go out 290 and go to the country for the weekend, or head to Austin. Well, thanks for joining us today. We had a lot of fun. We hope you did too.
I
And
had a blast.
we would love to hear your feedback. And if you have any questions about Oak Forest, logistics, or
And if you're
homes
sticking,
that are for sale,
if you're sticking around this long and you haven't hit that little like button yet, shame on you. Come on, it really helps our algorithms, helps us get this information out to others. We appreciate it.
Until next time.
You don't want to tell them that, hey, be sure and give us a call, send us a text message.
We love helping people, and we would love to meet you and help you with your journey, your move to Houston, and answer any questions you might have.
So give us a call, send us a text message. Heck, if you want to, send us an email or a note via
Pony Express.
any which way you want to reach us. We've got your back. We're moving to Houston.
See you soon.
Bye.